So I'm here with the miserable liberal and Ron Placone. Hey, Ron.
Hello.
Ron's on tour in Florida next week. Go see him, ronplacone.com. So, they say Joe Biden is he's the big, overwhelming favorite for progressives. That was the actual poll. They actually said that. But Biden has nothing but disdain for millennials, right? So that's pretty much half the party now with in the Democratic Party. And he doesn't. People forget Joe Biden is a horrible politician. Horrible in a sense that he voted for the Glass-Steagall repeal. He voted for the Iraq War. He's for the surveillance state. Lots of other bad things. He voted to make it harder on students with their loans. He voted in favor of Wall Street over students.
It's because we're looking for a handout.
Yeah.
It's just...
Millennials will be 40% of the electorate in 2020,
and they are electric. So this is from Vice. This is from Vice. Biden trashes millennials in his quest to become even less likable. This is from January 12th of 2018. But here's the video. Here's what he had to say about, how millennials, right? Everybody talks about they're the first generation who's not going to do better than their parents. And there's very little job opportunities. And remember, didn't somebody say, well, if I was a barista and I was 28 years old and I didn't have any job opportunities, I would want a revolution too? And a lot of people understand that the economy's not working for a lot of people. 80% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. Okay? 30 million Americans still don't have health care. Okay? You know that 43% of all homeless people have jobs? So here's what Joe Biden says to all that.
So the younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No.
That's funny.
Not like, I hear your problems. Yeah, that's what a politician's supposed to do. I'm supposed to listen to your concerns, and every generation has their own concerns. And he says, you got concerns? Get out of here.
Does that mean because they're not working in a factory and losing fingers? Is that the reason?
Here, let's listen.
So the younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break.
I have nothing. Fuck you. I'm not listening to you guys.
We don't like you either, Joe. We're not fans.
That's what he's saying to 40% of the electorate. No, I don't get nothing. I got nothing for you guys. Who says that? So, it's something here.
Because here's the deal, guys. We decided we were going to change the world, and we did. We did. We finished the civil rights movement to the first stage. The women's movement came to being. So,
check.
Check. Change the world.
We've done it, everybody. You're able to enjoy equal rights, and you female millennials, you have more rights than you should have. So I don't want to hear it.
Everything's done. We changed the world. So is that him challenging millennials to go change the world? Like as if they're just sitting around complaining again. No, they're sitting around working 2 and 3 jobs, Joe. And they're also making their voice heard.
Not to mention,
so
they're in the endless wars fighting for the country.
Yes, they've been in a war for 17 years, those millennials. And what Joe Biden is saying is what he's making it out to be is those millennials are complainers. That's what he's saying.
My message is get involved.
My message is get involved. What do you think that's what they did through the Bernie Sanders campaign? That's what this is. That's condescending. Quit whining. Go out and do something. Do you know why you know what their opinion is? Because they're out doing something.
And we showed up in droves for him and Obama in 2008. And then they turned their back on us.
And then they disbanded. Oh, my God, Ron. And then they disbanded the group of millennials that they had gotten together. I forgot all about that. You're correct. Barack Obama disbanded them. All the people who were like, yes, what do you need us to do? We're ready to work for you. Barack Obama disbanded them, and he said something really condescending about it. Like they're hard to control, is what he actually said. I think that's what he said. It's hard to control them. You don't know what to do. That's why they disbanded them.
Yeah, we showed up for them in 2008, had the biggest presidential turnout in the 18 to 29 block since 1978.
Now he says, shut up with your problems.
We're the millennials now, and now this is what he's saying to us.
And now he's saying, shut up with your problems.
Yep.
This is what the corporate Democrats have to offer you. This is what the corporate Democrats have to offer you.
And this sounds like somebody who could consider a joint bill with Mitt Romney. That's what he's sounding like.
Yeah. So that sounds very much like our friend Jonathan Capehart. When he says, Democrats, listen to me. Who cares if the eventual nominee only meets 80%, heck, even 50% of your checklist, 51.1%? Evicting Trump should be the most important item on the checklist. This is what rich people say. Let's go back to the status quo. Everything was great before Trump. No, the reason why we got Trump is because people are hurting. That's why. So I tell them that. Who cares? Maybe if you're part of the 29 million with no health care, 80% living paycheck to paycheck, or 63% who can't afford a $1,000 emergency, then you'd care. Hey, everybody, the elite found a new way to get you to stop talking about your troubles. Scary Trump. And then he says, mute. That sounds very much like Joe Biden. That sounds like Joe Biden. Hey, but 40% of the electorate has a problem. What does Joe Biden say?
The younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break. Because here's the deal, guys.
Because here's the deal, guys. What?
Listen up, whippersnappers.
Yep.
Let me... Mute is the 2019's Get Off My Lawn.
Yes. So this is him. I don't want to hear about half the electors. Talk about being out of touch. That's what can happen to you when you've been in Washington your whole life. I mean, this is a guy living in a bubble. He's supposed to be regular guy Joe. Never met a Wall Street regulation he didn't want to repeal. And never met a millennial he wanted to screw over with bigger debt, more burdens. And there it is. And so that sounds very much like Jonathan Capehart. Same thing. I go, dude, these are the same thing. That's the same people. Hey, there's problems in America. Mute. That's what he's saying.
So the younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it.
Who does that as a politician? He still thinks the people he's talking about are 14 years old. He's talking to them as if they're like not voters. They're voters. They're the people you need to vote for you.
He's crushing it with young people. He either A, antagonizes them, or B, looks really creepy in a photo op. That's his relationship with young people.
So this is Joe Biden last January. This is Jonathan Capehart this January. These are who these people are. This is the neoliberal, corporatist, globalists. This is the corporate Democrats. This is who they are. They don't want to hear your problems because they're doing great. They're doing great. They got no problems. Joe Biden's got great health care. Jonathan Capehart's got never had a prescription he couldn't fill. So now you know what's wrong with the Democratic Party. This is the Democratic Party. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, guys like Jonathan Capehart, Joe Biden. And it's not changing. They just voted for PAYGO today. So you never get anything done. You can't ever have a progressive policy in the House. None of the Democrats took over. Yay, blue wave. This is what you're getting. Do you see why we need a third party? Do you see why we need a party separate from the Democrats? They don't represent anybody. They don't represent Republicans, and they don't represent people on the left. They represent corporatists. Okay, thanks, Joe. Thanks for making it easy not to like you. If you like our content, looking for ways to help support, here's a great mug or a t-shirt or a thing. You can get it right underneath there, or you can become a patron to our show. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Plus, come see a live Jimmy Dore show. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all our live shows, and make sure you're subscribed. I know it sounds crazy, but they unsubscribe people from our show all the time, and you have to click that bell so they send you a notice when we drop a video. Thanks for your support.